Good morning, everyone. I wanted to share a what I eat in a day video with you based on my APOE genotype. To start every morning, I have my plexus slit and bio cleanse just to get me going. Alright, so I just had groceries delivered. I do Walmart grocery delivery. I thought I would show you what I got. I did have two substitutions. Yes, girl? The first was this Starbucks cinnamon coffee. I prefer the Cinnabon one. Oh well, and then I ordered organic strawberries and I got the regular ones. So, oh well, we got some Hippies chips, some cheese. I was out of a bunch of condiments, so I got those guys. These are a really good low carb paleo type tortilla alternative. They're made of cassava flour. They actually are a good alternative if you cook them for too long, though. They get kind of hard. We were running low on peas, some bananas, some chicken here. I'm going to make chicken salad today with the breasts. Some spinach for a recipe tonight. As I mentioned, strawberries. We have some grape tomatoes, some apples, an avocado, a bottle brush that my daughter just stole, zucchinis, cilantro, an English cucumber, and then over here we have some potatoes, some coconut milk, grass-fed milk for my daughter, and then some heavy whipping cream for dinner tonight. That's all of it, and I thought I'd just show it with you since it was here. Be careful. Alright, as I mentioned, I normally get the Cinnabon coffee. This is the Starbucks version. We're going to taste it and see how good of a dupe it is. Different. The Cinnabon one kind of tastes like icing, like it has icing. This one is just like a straight up cinnamon flavor. But I like cinnamons, I'm not going to complain. For breakfast today, I went ahead and had some eggs with some mushrooms in it, and then I topped it with cheese and some salsa verde. Lunch today is my own variation of a chicken salad. So instead of grapes, I really like using strawberries. I mix that with some celery, I chop up a little bit of onion, and then of course I add some shredded chicken. The base for this is mayonnaise mixed with a little bit of lemon juice. And then I personally really like the touch that a little bit of dill adds to it, so I go ahead and mix that in. And then as I serve it, I go ahead and add some cashews to the top. Today I went ahead and ate it with some of those Hippies cheese puffs. I wanted to get a workout in, so I went ahead and used what was left of my Buff Chick pre-workout. After my workout, I went ahead and made a post-workout shake with chia seeds, some frozen peaches, some coconut milk, and my protein powder. I blended all of that up, and it was a really filling afternoon snack. For dinner, I made some really delicious Tuscan chicken using the Meal Lime app. It's full of veggies and it's delicious. For myself, I served it up on a bed of zoodles, and then for my family, I just served it on some spaghetti noodles. So if you made it this far, you're probably wondering, what is this APOE or APOE type 2 food program thing that you're talking about? Well, APOE is a gene, and we all have this gene, and it determines how our body transports lipids and fat. I got mine done at my local chiropractic office. Oh, sorry. My daughter doesn't want to go to sleep. I got mine done at my local chiropractic office, got the results back in 2 weeks. and it really breaks down your macro needs based on how your body processes and digests food. The majority of the population actually needs 50% carbs, and they need 50% fat and protein. But essentially, you're half and half. There's another smaller percent of the population that needs a much higher percentage of carbs. So we're thinking here like 60% carbs, 40% fat and protein. Then there's the smaller 10% of the population, which I belong to, that actually need 70% fat and protein and only 30% carbs. That is because that has to do with the way my body processes fat and protein. My body is very effective at processing those things, so I need to eat those things. Essentially, by eating fat and protein, my body is fueled properly. That being said, my body type really struggles with processing carbs, especially grains. So my chiropractic office recommended for me personally that I try to limit my grain intake to 2 to 3 times a week. That is pretty much everything I love to eat, like pasta and bread and everything that's delicious. I try to increase my protein intake. I don't really monitor the fats too much, just as long as I'm getting a high volume of protein. Really, what this test and the results help you determine is what your body's macro needs are. I feel like in the fitness community, there's this misconception that based on your weight and your activity level, there's a preset macro need for you, whether that's fat, carbs, protein, like whatever that looks like, when in reality, it has more to do with your genes than it does how much you weigh and how often you go for a walk. As I mentioned, 50%, a little bit more than 50% of the population actually needs 50% carbs and then 50% fat and protein. I feel like as a community, a fitness community, we really prioritize protein, which is good. But more than not, people actually need more healthy carbs than they do protein. Something else that this test helps determine is your predisposition to heart disease and dementia. We all know that heart disease is caused by plaque buildup in our arteries, and a lot of that is attributed to how your body is transporting those things. If you are an APOE type that prioritizes carbs, of course it's going to have a harder time processing protein or fat and protein. Whereas there's people like myself where heart disease and dementia are a lower risk factor just because of our body's type to process and digest those things. By following the diet appropriate for your gene type, you cut your risk of heart disease by multitudes. This is mom life. So with that information, I don't limit myself. If I want to eat pasta for dinner, I do, but then I just balance it out by prioritizing my protein. And then I eat the same meals my family does. Usually I'll just do conscious swaps. So for example, if it's taco night, I buy the cassava flour tortillas like you saw earlier in this video. Just making more conscious swaps that I know benefit me in the long run. Trying to nurture and feed your body based on what your genes themselves tell you that you need. I would highly recommend that anybody who is interested in learning more to try out the test. It's a little bit spendy, but it's good information, and if it cuts your risk of heart disease and dementia, 100% worth it. Thanks for watching today's video. I'm hoping to post more lifestyle, fitness, health content soon, so be sure to subscribe, and I'll catch you later.